Welcome back, 11:31. Okay, now we have a breaking news update for you.
We want to go to a news conference right now. This is a joint news conference and the city of West Palm Beach and Riviera Beach after a bomb scare at a water treatment plant. Let's listen in.
I'm the Director of Communications for the city of West Palm Beach. I'm joined here by Danny Jones. He is the Deputy City Manager for the city of Riviera Beach. This morning, just around 7:30, a former West Palm Beach city employee by the name of Douglas Ellington drove through the gate of our sewage plant with his car, stopped his car, and set his car on fire inside the sewage plant. Fire rescue got the call. They responded. They had the fire under control in just about 15 minutes. While they were putting out the fire, they were told that there may be some sort of an explosive device either on that car or on a nearby truck in the plant. So at that point, the fire department, having put out the fire initially, backed off. We evacuated the employees that were in the area to a safe part of the plant and called the police department. The police department was on the scene. They took Mr. Ellington into custody. He was there on the scene. And the bomb squad was called. It was just after 11 o'clock this morning that the scene was cleared and the device that was there turned out to be a hoax.
So the car was on fire?
The car was on fire. He went through the gate, set the car on fire, and then at one point told someone on the scene that there was some sort of an explosive device, some sort of a bomb, either in his car or on a nearby truck.
Elliot, so he drove through the gate actually that was closed and damaged it, or was it open?
No, he didn't crash through the gate. The gate was he actually we're in the process of trying to figure out what the process was where he got through the gate, but he didn't damage it, but he did get through the gate.
And how far was he into the complex?
I haven't seen it myself, but just based on the way it's described, I'm going to say it's probably about 100 feet inside the gate to the right. For those of you who have been inside the plant, if you go in the gate and you make a right, the road makes a right. He made that right-hand turn and then stopped about 100 feet in.
We know, Elliot, this is a man known to the city, arrested at a city commission meeting recently. We've done stories on him when he busted through City Hall. Was the water plant warned about him, that this could be a possibility? Because obviously the city hopefully knew that he was a threat.
Well, the sewage plant, obviously we've got a lot of properties. Security at City Hall, which is where we've had incidents with him in the past. He's been arrested several times at City Hall, as recently as a couple of weeks ago at a commission meeting. So City Hall security was well aware of him. Up until this point, all of his contact was with people at City Hall. So we did not put out any kind of a we have hundreds of properties, so it wasn't the kind of thing where there was any indication that there was anything involving the sewage plant.
What about the weekly emails that he sends, though? Because we receive them at our station, and they also go to the city. Were the police alerted to those emails?
Yeah, the police have been involved in this since the beginning. As far as when he was dismissed, he was fired in 2011. And soon after that, if he started sending emails, all those emails are sent over to the police department.
So you think all precautions were taken?
Yeah, I think it's impossible to anticipate everything that someone is going to do. Obviously, we were aware of who he was. Security at City Hall, which is where he's always had contact with us, was definitely aware of who he was.
Does this concern you that this man was able to actually get inside of your facility, and will there be any changes to security as a result of this?
It's definitely a question that we're going to ask. Obviously, part of the investigation is to find out exactly what transpired at the gate, and then to figure out if something needs to be changed as far as the gate. I can't answer that now. I mean, it's just happened a couple of hours ago, but one of the questions that we will be asking is exactly what transpired to get him through the gate. Well, obviously, anything he said and anything all those other details are part of the police investigation, so it's not anything we can release at this point.
How far back did the threats go?
I don't understand the question.
How far back did they go, the threats?
Well, I don't want to characterize. Well, there haven't been threats. He's sent emails on several occasions to several city employees. He related to his firing. I don't want to characterize what the content of those emails were. I don't know that they were threats per se, but some of them were very lengthy.
And you said a device was found in the water treatment plant, but it was a hoax device?
Yeah.
Can you go into more detail?
I can't go into any more detail than just that a device was there. Turned out to be a hoax in the sewage plant.
And you're sure that the police believe that he placed it?
Well, that's part of the investigation, but that is the belief at this point.
Where in the treatment plant was the device?
It's part of the investigation at this point.
Can you discuss the Riviera Beach connection? What happened there, sir?
This morning, through a third party, the city of Riviera Beach received information that there's possibly a bomb located on our campus. Additionally, we received information from a second law enforcement agency of the incident that took place in West Palm Beach. So as a precautionary measure, the City Hall was evacuated, and we're currently investigating and clearing our properties to make sure that there are no devices in City Hall or at the water treatment plant.
And Mr. Jones, Mr. Ellington worked at Riviera Beach. Is that correct?
Mr. Ellington was terminated from the city of Riviera Beach several weeks back, and he's no longer employed with the city.
Were there concerns about him? Because as I mentioned to Mr. Cohen, we've done stories on him busting into City Hall, getting arrested at city commission meetings. Some people might wonder how he was still able to work for the city of Riviera Beach.
Well, he's been employed with the city for some time now, prior to his termination, and there were concerns with Mr. Ellington. Precautionary information was distributed to the department heads and through city channels to city employees.
So despite what allegedly happened in the city of West Palm Beach, he went to Riviera Beach and was able to get a job there.
He'd been working prior to his arrest for the city of Riviera Beach. Separate incidents caused his termination from the city of Riviera Beach.
Incidents related to what occurred recently in the past? Or?
Incident related to his performance of with the city of Riviera Beach.
Were both West Palm Beach and Riviera Beach effectively communicating to their police departments that Mr. Ellington could be a threat? I'll start with you, Mr. Jones.
The police department in Riviera Beach was engaged with the termination of Mr. Ellington, and we were aware of the incidents that took place in West Palm Beach, and we tried to keep all of our employees and staff abreast of that information.
Well, clearly we were aware of him. We've arrested him several times. So obviously our police department was well aware of who he was and what he was saying.
John, Roxanne, and Holly, you heard that press conference right now. I'm just going to kind of step out of the way and talk to you for a moment. Hopefully we have this video ready because, as you heard, we are very familiar with Mr. Douglas Ellington. If we can go to the video, I want to show you the surveillance video from August of last year when he actually busted inside West Palm Beach City Hall. We did a story then. He was very, very disgruntled. We actually interviewed him, and he told us that he was disgruntled because he felt like he was wrongfully fired from the city of West Palm Beach after his friend, another worker at the sewer plant behind me, was killed, fell through a grate. You probably remember that story. That was Herminio Padilla. So again, someone we are familiar with, someone who has been disgruntled with the city for quite some time, that both the city of West Palm Beach and Riviera Beach have been very, very familiar with. Now, officials saying he is behind bars, charged with setting a car on fire in the sewage plant behind me, and also creating a hoax bomb device and sending a threat over to Riviera Beach City Hall, according to police. Let's send it over to Gabrielle Saran, who is live in Riviera Beach with that part of the story. Gabrielle?
And we are just at the back end of that water treatment facility. That's what we understand from police, is where a disgruntled employee made a call saying that there was a bomb inside the water treatment facility. And here with me, I have Mayor Masters to help us piece together some of this. Mayor Masters, what can you tell us?
Hi, first of all, hello, Roxanne. Not very much. Everything is unconfirmed. The City Hall complex was completely evacuated. The employees were sent over to Wells Gymnasium. We stayed there for quite some time. The employees, I believe, are going to be, they can go, and probably they'll be called back after 12 or 1 o'clock. That's what I know.
We understand that individual worked at the water treatment facility. Do you know that person?
No, I do not. But I understand that there was a bomb threat in West Palm Beach at about the same time that we got ours in Riviera Beach. But I can tell the residents of our city, not one bomb has gone off in Riviera Beach, that we are safe, we're sound, and we're secure. We're just taking the extra step for precautionary purposes.
Okay. Thank you, Mayor Masters.
You're welcome.
And we're also learning that employees have been cleared to go home. They are not letting anyone back into the municipal complex or the water treatment facility plant behind me, and the scene is probably slated to clear in about an hour or two. We're live in Riviera Beach. Gabrielle Saran, WPTV News Channel 5.
Right.
No doubt a smile of relief on the mayor's
No
face
doubt.
after what seemed to be some quick work between the city of West Palm Beach and Riviera Beach to nail this guy, who is a very familiar face, obviously, to law enforcement, and now behind bars facing some very serious charges.